Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at another book that's set in the Lone Wolf universe. I just finished doing a brand new set of books from this year in March 2024, set in Magnamund in the Lone Wolf series that are set by a character that's not a member of the Kai, called the Huntress, which I just knocked out for the first time each. I thought, since I was doing that, let's also knock out the Autumn Snow book called Pit of Darkness. This is also written by a different author other than Joe Devers, the guy who created it and made it very, very popular and so forth. It is set in Summerland, the land of the Kai, and this person actually is a Kai warrior, just like you were Lone Wolf, that's set in a world that was very, very popular. And this is in the new Kai order that he has founded, and you are an initiate at the same level that Lone Wolf was when he started his trek in Flight from the Dark. And such. So that's basically what's happening. So you basically are going to start off like a normal Kai. You're going to have 5 to 10 disciplines. I took the 3 basic ones, trafficking, healing, and 6th sense. Healing here is a little different. Instead of healing 1 damage in every uncombated section, you heal 2 in bolded sections. But I still found it to be pretty common. And so forth. I rolled very high with combat skill 19 but low in endurance of 22. So I wanted to add some things to my combat skill to make sure I even had even higher things. So Mind Blast to add +2 to my combat skill. And then I had initially taken camouflage, but then I was looking at the items and I saw that you can also take weapon skill. So I rolled a die 10 and took it with an axe. Although you don't start with an axe, it's not one of your options. But that's what I rolled. And so forth, and I wish that I would have taken Mind Over Matter, because that's used heavily here. So I would recommend that you swap your 5th slot for Mind Over Matter, because it was used pretty heavily. As a result, it's pretty good stuff that's happening here. It's fun stuff. Basically, it's happening in the Curlandian Isles, which is no place in Summerland that's really been described or detailed much. And you're going to take a boat trip there to one of the more important isles out in this area for folks. So that's basically the key concept of the Pit of Darkness. You're basically setting out with one of your Kai masters, who is a Grandmaster and a Magna Kai, like your lower level stuff. And you're one of his promising bright students and wants to give you some real world experience, and he doesn't think this is going to be this dangerous. So, for example, you can't take a weapon that you rolled as your weapon skill. So I couldn't start with an axe, but I could start with any other weapon, such as bow and a quiver, so I could be a long-range weapons and so forth. And you'll use that pretty regularly, even though you don't have weapon skill. And I recommend that, actually. It says how have you used the bows here. I think that starting with a bow and is, I think, a good option, although you don't have a melee weapon until you get one later on. For folks, because when you fight with a bow in combat, you just have to fight on an arm that can get a -4 combat skill. But I think you'll pretty early on in the combats, I think you'll be getting this and so forth. You can take the weapons and after the first battle, so it's pretty good. So I recommend that, even though it would put you at a disadvantage for the first bit. Then you just take their weapon and use them and such. So that's kind of cool, fun stuff that's happening. So this is the author of it is he's French, and so it's Martin, not Martin Charbonneau, and that is his last name too. He's actually heavily published in the gamebooks field in French. This is his first English one. This is published in 2016. This is the second time I've gone back and read it for folks. This is not available on places. I bought it directly from the seller and such online, and it was shipped to me over international shipping and such because of that. But I actually didn't read it until I was rereading some Lone Wolf stuff a few years ago. For folks, it's the second time I've read it, and I figured it would be a good time to knock it out. But this book is not available on places like Amazon and so forth. And so you would have to pay a lot of money. I found one on eBay, and it's pretty pricey. So I would recommend you just borrow a copy here. If your library's got one, and so forth, because it's pretty pricey, and so forth. The second book I don't own. It was published 2 years later in 2018, and the third book in the series hasn't been published yet. So there you are. But I like this. I thought it was fun. You can definitely tell that Martin has developed a lot of stuff by now, but his first book, I think, was published in 2007 rather. About 9 years before this publication in 2016, and he's written a lot of game books since then, so you can definitely tell that he's definitely somebody who's serious with it. I knocked it out in 2 nights. The first night I was liking it so much I didn't stop, and I did 2 hours and 50 minutes, whereas I normally dedicate 2 hours to each night reading. And then I also did another half an hour or so roughly. Actually, a little bit less. It was more like 25 or 20 minutes. I'd like to finish it out for folks. So it was roughly about 3.5 hours. Which is about right for a real life game book that's actually 350 sections. That's not for folks. I'm probably going to be doing this a 7 out of 10 for you folks. So there you are. Have you read Autumn Snows? The first book in the Autumn Snow series, Put It in Darkness by Martin Charbonneau. If so, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Or you can talk about spoilers if you disagree on my 7 out of 10. Just talk about it. If you enjoyed this, why not hit the subscribe button? Because there's going to be a lot more reviews to follow. You can hit the bell icon to be notified of my 3 reviews a week. And then also you hit the like button and let your friends know. As a reminder, this channel's name is The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by French philosopher Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones, right? And so this isn't that old. It's 2016, but yeah, it's I guess it's old for most people. Maybe most people probably haven't even heard of it. So there you are. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing in watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling and I appreciate it. So thanks again and have an amazing day.